Hey, what's up, guys? I figure I might go over the artistic process. Maybe that might would be interesting content. Uh, Obviously, I'm thinking of making some other channels. I've mentioned this before. Probably one for the fond alone, but one for the comic. Apparently, YouTube Shorts, from what the research I've been doing, okay, on YouTube, has been that YouTube Shorts is actually useful for web comics. Okay, whether this is the case or not, I've heard TikTok, I've heard Instagram. Uh, who can say? But definitely need to make some other channels for a number of reasons. And I figured this might be an interesting artistic project of showing the step-by-step creative process. Okay, now I've already done this. I guess I should have done this earlier, but this is obviously going to involve editing. The footage that you're going to see in this video will be footage that will have been done over time. So I don't think I need to explain that. But in terms of the pencils, obviously I wanted to create single art, and this is of course, unfortunately, the most neglected series for now. Not for any personal reasons. Thy Autumn Dominion. So I definitely want to get back into this. Okay, if you don't like all the colorful, animate style, kind of using the androgynous tropes against itself, then you would probably prefer this. Okay, of course, the only series I've done and will do in black and white. Right? But apparently, in terms of what I did, I drew this, obviously the main character here, of course, um, in a very, you could say, like Burroughs esque, Frazetta esque, Howard esque sort of pose here, where the man is just not only is he ready to fight one against all, but he enjoys it. You can see he's like happy. So he's like, yes, this is a being alive, of course. And you have the maiden here, of course, the maiden. This is the other character in the Iron Dominion, the very arrogant sorceress. You could say I'm kind of doing maybe like a Thunder the Barbarian a series I remember as a kid, one of the best cartoons on television before the Japanese stuff really got into play. Um, you can say that has also been an influence, but of course, all the barbarian stuff is. It all goes back to Conan. It all goes back to John Carter. So, anyway, and you see the different kinds here. So, well, how did I draw this? I drew this. You say, oh, what's your expert type? Uh, right. I have been trying to experiment with drawing with a angle board because apparently that's good for your neck. Okay? And yours truly has neck issues. Yes, from wrestling and fighting and just being a meathead. In certain areas of life, I need to do like what my late fiance used to do. She actually made her own drawing board where it was at an angle. I've tried this. I actually have something um, that I'll show. I'm trying to use, but the problem is it's hard to use it. I'm not used to drawing at an angle. I'm used to sitting down and writing or drawing like every other jerk off, flat. So, but I need to do this over time because I'm getting older and I can feel every minute, every stupid thing I did has come back. So, and in terms of what I've used, you could say, oh, you need to invest in good equipment. Well, this is these are the pencils that I've used. I don't even know how I got these. These are you can get them in Walmart. I think unfortunately at work I've acquired these accidentally, of course. Like I come home and oh, this thing's in my pocket. So, so not very complicated. Of course, you have super mechanical pencils. Anyway, and of course the .7 millimeter. I'm an American. What the hell is a millimeter, right? So it's what fits. It's the lead that fits in when these things run out. I stick them in, and then the pencil works. Yeah, I know. So you'll see this over time. Of course, with the pencils, I took my time. I'm trying to take my time now. With the series I'm doing now, I'm just getting it out of my system, drawing naturally, you could say. But this, I looked at other artwork in order to get the damsel holding the man's leg. How offensive! Yes, very good. That's my plan. That's why I wonder if the YouTube Shorts thing may not be a good idea. But regardless, I'm yapping too much. this is the pencils that I have done. Okay, and just real quick, in terms of the creativity, the uh, uh, the probably the most important thing, the hardest thing, because once you have this down, everything inking, coloring, lettering, whatever backgrounds, maybe someday digitally, because I heard that using digital tools, I've heard has been invented at some point. Um, all that stuff it can take forever, but the most important thing, okay, and I don't know how to get this across, and maybe I'll put this video up as a separate thing. This will be a series, so I can get this content out now. Okay, okay. And of course, yes, this is not Bristol paper, although I will get my hands on some. I have to find a way to copy it, right? Because the damn thing doesn't fit on any copier or printer I remember. This is like printer paper. Essentially, with comics or anything, drawing, this, okay, to this, with this thing, okay, you are creating, you have to literally create a world out of nothing. Okay, and I would argue that this is the most important part of the creative process. Everything else is just solidifying it. It really is an amazing thing when I stop and think about it. Not that I'm amazing. I am, for my years, I am not skilled enough. But the idea of creation, like I said, making this into this. Oh, it really is amazing. It really is. When you step back and look at it, it is something impressive, regardless of if this you think this art is good or not. It's just making something out of nothing. Okay, it's where the imagination comes in. It's probably the thing that makes us humans like somewhat worthwhile in the universe. All right, I've done it too long, but you know what? This will be a vid. The next vid you'll see with the inking. I'll show you what I use to ink, and then eventually I'll show you coloring, what I use to color. So, and I'll show you the final product. So it'll probably be a 4-part series, and it should be interesting maybe to you. I don't know. To me, it is. But I'm trying to do more original content, and it is tons to work with. So, all right, later.